I finally achieved 1 million funded capital with multiple prop firms, 1.2 million to be exact, and let's break down my funded capital with these multiple prop firms. I'm 500k funded with funded engineers, which is the max allocations, 300k funded with MP funds, 200k funded with True Forex funds, 100k funded with funded Next, and 100k funded with Alpha Capital Group that's pending for verification. Other than that, I also have 300k challenge with funding pips on phase 2 and 500k on phase 1 with the multiple prop firms that I mentioned just now. So today I'm gonna talk about the 3 key points to become 1 million funded for a beginner stage or even an experienced funded trader that trying to scale up. Before I start, I will show you some of the withdrawal proofs that I got recently. So the first key point right here is you don't want to go into a big account size, especially if you are beginners to prop firms or you are traders that never really get a funded account or get a paid out yet. So do not straight right away jump into a big account size, because when you don't have the experience and you go with a big account size with all your budgets, that's gonna be just throwing money off to the sea. Alright, you're gonna be so attached with the results, and if you are in a drawdown, you're gonna be affecting your trading psychology. So during my 1 million funding journey, I didn't straight off do a 1 million challenge of allocations right away. What I do is I doing batch by batch, 3 to 400k by batch, and if I get funded, then I move on to a new challenges. If I fail a challenges, I also allowed to have another trial within my budgets, alright, within my reinvestment from the paid out that I'm getting. So with that said, you want to allow yourself to have try and error, unless you are super confident that you're gonna pass a challenge, or you want to actually recover from a drawdowns using 3 to 4 months, which I personally don't prefer that so much. If not, then you can consider to diversify your budgets with few challenges instead of one big account size. So when you have multiple accounts to back up, it's gonna be psychologically support you in trading. So that's chance that you feel a few challenges before you pass the first one, but always keep track of your financial plan. If you are keep feeling challenged and even not passing a single challenge, there's something wrong with your trading plan. There's something wrong with your strategy or risk management that you need to revise back and stop wasting money on buying accounts. Eventually, when you get funded, so that's where you look into the first paid out plus refund from your first funded account. So that's gonna be a bullet for you to reinvest to the challenges and scale up the capital. So once you get funded, alright, with any account size, now you want to really change and throw back the mindsets of making a huge profit split. So most of the traders out there, when they first get their funded account, they start thinking of making 10k profit in their 50k funded account and ended up not even surviving to the first paid out right here, right? They don't even survive to the first paid out, and they want to make the 10k profit, ended up losing the funded account. Alright, so the mindset switch right here you need to do is you want to look for realistic gain. So what do you mean by realistic gain right here? It's basically just 2 to 3% per month or per payout, right? And aggressively it can go to 4 to 5%. There's a lot of misleading informations out there thinking that you can flip 100,000 to 1 million account or 10,000 to 100,000 with a few months of time, which is completely bullshit. Alright, so you need to start thinking what is realistic gain in long term that you want to survive in this trading industry. So when you think about realistic gain, it's just gonna be just 2-3% per month, alright? And then the main point is securing that 2-3% consistently and go for a scale up. What do I mean by scaling up right now? Alright, the scaling up is basically when you achieve, let's say, 10% profit target some of the prop firms allow you to scale up, right, to a bigger capital. So you need to look at what is the scale up plan with different prop firms. Another way is when you already achieve realistic gain on this account, that's where you actually move on to pass more challenges, get more funded capital, all right, while you're waiting for your payout, so you can actually scale up by the time the payout already reach your account. So whenever we try to scale up our capital with OPM, that's where our income or the money, the profit is gonna increase as well, right? We are not actually increasing the realistic gain. We're not trying to make 20-30% per month, but we are looking into 3% per month consistently, and from there I will actually continue to scale up my capital. So automatically the 2-3% that I'm looking for is also increasing along with my funded capital, right? Which means the income, the money, the profit split gonna increase along with the funded capital. Right now, if you are doing a challenges and if you are a funded traders, you want to learn and imitate from the traders that's already 2 million funders or 1 million funders and that already show you withdrawal proofs, not those traders that are saying they are like this amount funded, but then never show you withdrawal proofs is also completely bullshit. Alright, so if you are doing challenges and if you want to become a funded trader, you want to imitate from the successful traders that already get 6 figures paid out, right? You are not trying to learn how to flip account from most of the marketers out there, which is unrealistic, and 99% are fake. So you need to look at the realistic results and the realistic gain in long term. For example, what did I actually learn from one of our members, right, during the previous interview that you can check out, Adeline right here, who is already funded with millions and getting pays out over 200,000-300,000. So the main thing I learned from him is, alright, you actually, when you're going to a challenge phase, the mindset is getting it passed, alright? So that's why I will risk actually aggressively, even though that's a 3-4% that I will risk, alright, to get my challenge pass in 2 to 3 trades. Of course, alright, there's higher chance of me losing the challenges, but at the end of the day, if the ROI is positive with the payout, then it's gonna be worth it for me to do it. And when we go into funded account, right, the main thing is we want to stay funded, so we actually gonna scale down the risk we use on the challenges and even look at the drawdown as the live account. And the main point here is to actually stay funded, right? So some of the traders out there, when they go into challenge phase, they will risk 0.1%, 0.5%, and they will find themselves being stuck in that particular phase 1 for so long. They are always up and down with 1%, 2%, 3%, then they are down with 1%. Phase 1 is hard for traders to pass, and it need to have 8%, which means that you need to get a lot of winning strike to pass it. If you don't have a high winning strike with a proper risk reward, it seems like hard for you to be passing phase 1. So my approach towards challenges is I'm always using aggressive risk to deal with my challenge, alright, 3-4% risk, alright, and try to pass it with 2-3 winning trades. Of course, it's not applicable to all the beginners, alright. If you are new to prop firms, okay, you can always try it out with 1-2% risk at first, right? Do not do this aggressive risk unless you are already experienced with funded account and you already getting paid out. And one thing I also learned from the community is accept small win and profit. Alright, so I had account that I actually get paid with just $20, $100, and the main thing right here is I want to get back my refund. Alright, so I'll ask what is the minimum threshold from the prop firms to get back my refund, and using the refund to reinvest into another challenge to scale up my capital along the way. And one thing that you look into those million funded traders, they are going to have this detachment, which means they are not attached to the results of trading so much. They know that trading is a probabilities that is gonna be winning trade or losing trade, and they have a solid trading plan to follow. At the end of the day, all right, if they are disciplined enough to follow the trading plan, they're gonna be still profitable at the end of the day, right? So this is the one thing about detachment tubers when they're dealing with their challenges and when they're dealing with funded account. As long as they are sticking to the plan, the psychology gonna be stable, accepting the outcomes. And also the main point is, alright, you don't want to chase profit when you try to trade. So that's about it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like and subscribe button and stay tuned for next video.